17 years. Can you believe that? 17 years. That's how long a team went without a win. One of the league's biggest teams, might I add, and in one of its most hostile territories.
Oh, it really is remarkable.
I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Just think about that for a second. 17 years.
Yeah. Hard to wrap your head around.
We've also seen two surprising teams sitting undefeated at the top of the table.
Surprises already, and it's only just begun.
And the digital viewership numbers absolutely exploded. They have.
Through the roof.
You're locked into the deep dive. And we're about to give you the complete breakdown of the gripping early stages of IPL 2025.
That's right. We've really gone deep on this. Immersed ourselves, you could say. In the IPL 2025 Comprehensive Research Report.
This thing is dense.
And a wealth of recent news coverage to bring you the most significant, the most captivating developments from the season so far.
We aim to give you, dear listener, a clear understanding of what's happening beneath the surface.
Exactly. We're not just skimming the headlines here.
And what a start it's been. The IPL 2025 season commenced on March 22nd.
You know, when they say high-octane cricket, they really mean it this year.
Immediately delivering on its promise of high-octane cricket. And unforgettable moments. Okay, let's unpack this, starting with that electrifying opening clash. What a way to start things off.
Absolutely. The defending champions, the Kolkata Knight Riders, played host to the Royal Challengers Bengaluru.
You know, a team, gotta say, with a massive, incredibly passionate fan base.
At the iconic Eden Gardens on March 22nd.
What a venue. What a way to kick off the season.
It was the perfect high-stakes encounter.
To kick off the season.
And instantly grabbed global attention. I mean, everyone was watching this one.
And it wasn't the homecoming KKR fans were hoping for, was it?
It was not.
RCB came out with real intent and secured a convincing 7-wicket victory. Talk about laying down a marker right from the first game. That 17-year wait in Chepauk feels even more significant in retrospect, doesn't it?
It does indeed. That opening win, right out of the gate, immediately signaled that RCB was serious about contending this year. And they meant business. They weren't messing around. It also highlighted the league's strategic brilliance. I mean, think about it. Scheduling such a high-profile rivalry to ignite fan engagement from the outset, it's genius, really.
And the action didn't stop there. The very next day, March 23rd, we had a Sunday doubleheader. What a day for cricket.
We did. A feast of cricket, really.
What were those key early contests? Refresh our memories.
Okay, so the afternoon fixture. We had Sunrisers Hyderabad taking on Rajasthan Royals, followed by, of course, the always hotly anticipated evening battle between Chennai Super Kings and Mumbai Indians.
Now that's a matchup.
Even at that early stage, the anticipation, it was already building. You could feel it. For the first El Clasico of the season, between MI and CSK on April 5th, I mean, come on, that's one for the ages. You can see how the league strategically leverages these rivalries.
Absolutely. They know what gets the fans talking, what gets them excited.
They know their audience, that's for sure.
Now, let's delve into some of those early results, because there were some real thrillers and some surprising outcomes.
Oh, yeah. Buckle up, folks.
Give us the highlights.
As we mentioned, RCB defeated KKR by 7 wickets in that opener, showcasing a clinical performance, really. It was impressive. Then, SRH, they demonstrated some serious batting prowess. I mean, they came out swinging in their dominant 44-run victory over RR.
44 runs, that's a statement.
And the first El Clasico. Oh, man, it lived up to its billing. CSK narrowly edging out MI by 4 wickets. In a truly tight contest, it went down to the wire.
And it wasn't just the traditional powerhouses going at it. We saw some nail-biting finishes involving other teams too, right? Those underdogs coming out strong.
Absolutely. We had Delhi Capitals managing to snatch a thrilling 1-wicket victory against Lucknow Super Giants.
Talk about a close one.
A match that went right down to the very last ball. I mean, hearts were in mouths. And in a high-scoring affair, Punjab Kings triumphed over Gujarat Titans by just 11 runs.
Over to your seat stuff.
These close contests early on really set the tone for a competitive season. I mean, it's anyone's game at this point.
Some incredibly tight games right out of the gate.
Yeah.
What else stood out for you in those initial matches? Anything really catch your eye?
Well, after that initial setback, you know, they lost that first one. KKR showed their mettle, bouncing back to secure a comfortable 8-wicket win against Rajasthan Royals. They showed they're not going down without a fight. And then LSG traveled to Hyderabad and clinched a 5-wicket victory against SRH.
Okay, some impressive wins there. But come on, I can see it in your eyes. There's something else. What's the real story here?
All right, you got me. Here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay, now we're talking.
Royal Challengers Bengaluru. they managed to achieve something they hadn't accomplished in 17 long years.
17 years. Come on, spill the beans.
Defeating Chennai Super Kings in their fortress of Chepauk.
No way.
And they didn't just win. They did it emphatically, by a margin of 50 runs.
50 runs? Are you kidding me?
That result sent shockwaves throughout the league. I mean, jaws were on the floor. It truly turned some heads. That 17-year wait, it wasn't just a number. It represented a significant psychological barrier. This victory, especially in Chennai, signals a potential shift in their mental approach to this historically dominant opponent in their own stronghold.
Wow. 17 years. That's an eternity in sports.
Mm-hmm. Especially against a team as formidable as CSK in their own den. It makes you wonder, what changed for RCB this time? What was different? It truly was a watershed moment. You know, we also witnessed Gujarat Titans secure a comfortable 36-run win over Mumbai Indians, further compounding MI's early struggles.
Not the start they were hoping for.
And adding to the intrigue of the season. And Delhi Capitals put in a commanding performance to beat Sunrisers Hyderabad by 7 wickets, a match where Mitchell Starc also grabbed a memorable 5-wicket haul. I mean, that guy, he's back with a bang.
Starc making that kind of immediate impact definitely justifies the anticipation surrounding his return to the IPL.
Mm-hmm.
People were excited to see him back, and he delivered.
He's a game changer, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Starc announcing himself in such style is definitely something to watch. We'll touch more on the Purple Cap race later. And rounding out this initial phase, we had another close encounter.
Yeah.
Between RR and CSK. This time in Guwahati.
Yes. Just recently, Rajasthan Royals, they managed to secure a close 6-run victory against Chennai Super Kings in Guwahati. And looking ahead, everyone's already anticipating the Mumbai Indians versus Kolkata Knight Riders clash coming up on March 31st at 1K, given both teams' contrasting starts.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a good one. It sounds like the league has done a fantastic job of scheduling some of these key rivalries early on, to maintain that high level of excitement. So with all those matches played, what does the points table look like as of around March 30th, 31st?
Let's take a look. As it currently stands, Royal Challengers Bengaluru and Delhi Capitals, they've emerged as the early frontrunners, both sitting pretty on 4 points with 2 wins and boasting impressive net run rates. Net run rate, in essence, it's a tiebreaker, calculated by the average run difference a team achieves per over.
So it rewards not just winning, but winning big.
Exactly. It's not enough just to scrape by. You got to dominate. And as we're seeing, it's already playing a crucial role in separating teams with the same number of wins.
No surprise to see some of the big names up there. But Delhi Capitals leading the charge early is certainly interesting. What about the rest of the pack in the middle? Who's battling it out?
It's a very tight mid-table. Lucknow Super Giants, Gujarat Titans, Punjab Kings, Kolkata Knight Riders, Chennai Super Kings, Sunrisers Hyderabad, and Rajasthan Royals. They're all on 2 points, all bunched up.
Tight as a drum.
This logjam in the middle, it indicates a fascinating parity this season, where no single team has established overwhelming dominance.
So it's wide open, basically. Anyone's game.
Exactly. And this could lead to more unpredictable results and a tighter race for the playoffs than we've seen in recent years.
It's going to be a nail-biter, that's for sure.
Forcing teams to be consistently at their best. They can't afford any slip-ups.
So, a real logjam in the middle. That suggests we're in for a really tight race for those coveted playoff spots later in the season. And what about at the bottom of the table? Who's bringing up the rear?
Unfortunately for their loyal fans, Mumbai Indians find themselves at the bottom of the table, still searching for their first win after their initial 2 matches. Definitely not the start they envisioned.
Ouch. Not a good look for the 5-time champs. You mentioned net run rate a couple of times, and it's clearly playing a factor, even this early. How significant is it, really?
It's already proving crucial. For example, Sunrisers Hyderabad are lower in the ranking despite having the same number of points as several other teams, simply because their net run rate isn't as strong. It really emphasizes that in this league, it's not just about securing the wins, but often about the margin of victory, which can have significant implications down the line.
And even CSK, despite a couple of recent losses, are still in a relatively decent position thanks to their net run rate. It really shows how dynamic things can be, and how every run and every wicket can matter. The early standings certainly paint a picture of a highly competitive league, with MI's struggles being perhaps the biggest surprise for many.
Absolutely. Now, let's shift our focus to the individual battles, the ones that are always so captivating for the fans. The orange cap race for the highest run scorer is always something everyone keeps a close eye on. Who are the early frontrunners? Who's leading the charge?
Yeah, tell us who's been lighting up the scoreboard. Who's got that fire in their belly?
Currently, Nicholas Pooran of Lucknow Super Giants. He's wearing the orange cap. Having smashed 145 runs in just 2 innings with an incredible strike rate of 258.92.
Wow, a strike rate like that so early in the season, that's phenomenal.
That kind of explosive hitting at the top is game-changing. It sets the tone for the whole team.
Absolutely. So who's chasing him? Who's right behind him in this high-octane race?
Breathing down his neck, we have Sai Sudarshan from Gujarat Titans and Travis Head of Sunrisers Hyderabad, both displaying consistent form and aggressive intent at the top of their respective orders. And rounding out the current top 5, we have Pooran's LSG teammate Mitchell Marsh and SRH's Aniket Verma. Verma in particular has been impressive with his fearless approach and high strike rate. He's also featuring high on the list of most six-hitters. This guy's not afraid to swing for the fences.
We also can't forget that blistering knock from Nitish Rana for AOR against CSK. What an innings.
Oh, yeah, that was something special.
Even though he's not in the top 5 currently, that innings must have certainly turned some heads and demonstrated his potential to dominate. He's one to watch, that's for sure.
Absolutely. His explosive 81 runs off just 36 balls was a masterclass in power hitting and showcased his ability to single-handedly alter the course of a match. The Orange Cap race already boasts a fantastic blend of seasoned campaigners and exciting emerging talent. And the overall aggressive batting approach across the league suggests we're in for a season filled with high scores and thrilling chases.
Sounds like it's going to be a run fest. Definitely a race that's going to be fascinating to follow as the season progresses. Now, let's turn our attention to the bowlers, the guys who can make or break a game. Who's leading the charge for the Purple Cap, the award for the most wickets taken?
Leading the pack right now is Chennai Super Kings spinner Noor Ahmad, with an impressive 9 wickets in just 3 matches.
9 wickets in 3 games. That's incredible. He's on fire. Who are the other top wicket takers vying for the Purple Cap? Who's hot on his heels?
Well, Delhi Capitals' Mitchell Starc has made an immediate impact. Grabbing the first 5-wicket haul of the season against SRH, that stellar performance has propelled him to second place with 8 wickets. He's right up there. And then we have CSK's Khalil Ahmed and LSG's Shardul Thakur. Both have 6 wickets to their names, showing consistency in picking up crucial wickets. And we can't overlook Wanindu Hasaranga of Rajasthan Royals, who delivered that crucial 4-wicket haul against CSK, highlighting the importance of spin. Can't forget about the spinners.
A great mix of pace and spin at the top of the wicket takers list. Yep. And Starc immediately justifying his reputation and price tag with that 5-wicket haul. That must have been a real game changer for DC in that particular match. He just came in and blew everyone away.
It certainly was. The Purple Cap battle, much like the Orange Cap race, is showcasing a compelling blend of established stars and exciting emerging talents. Starc's early heroics definitely position him as a strong contender to maintain that top spot as the season unfolds. He's one to watch, that's for sure.
So we've discussed some standout individual performances, those moments of brilliance that get everyone talking. But what about some of those key match highlights?
Yeah.
And pivotal turning points? The moments that really define this early phase of the season.
Where do we even begin? There have been so many memorable moments already. RCB's clinical chase against KKR in the opening match, it really set the tone for their strong start and demonstrated their batting depth.
They came out swinging, and they haven't stopped.
Then you have SRH's explosive batting display and their dominant victory over RR. That was another standout moment, showcasing their aggressive intent with the bat. They're not afraid to take risks.
Go big or go home, right?
And as we've mentioned, that electrifying first El Clasico between CSK and MI. Oh, man, that one lived up to its intense billing, going right down to the wire. It was a classic for a reason.
What about those really tight finishes, the ones that had everyone on the edge of their seats?
Okay, well, how about Delhi Capitals' dramatic last-ball victory against Lucknow Super Giants? Now, that was an absolute thriller. It showcased the unpredictable nature of T20 cricket. You just never know what's going to happen.
God, we love it, right?
Exactly. And then there was PBKS's narrow 11-run win in that high-scoring encounter against GT. Another game that kept fans gripped until the very end.
Every run matters.
And RR's nail-biting first win against CSK, where Nitish Rana's aggressive batting and Wanindu Hasaranga's crucial bowling spells were instrumental. Another game that went right down to the wire. These guys, they know how to keep us entertained.
And that commanding performance from DC against SRH, fueled by Starc's magnificent 5-wicket haul, that must have been a real statement win, demonstrating their all-round strength.
Oh, absolutely. They sent a message to the rest of the league. And we can't forget GT's comfortable victory over MI, further highlighting MI's early struggles and raising questions about their team dynamics. But perhaps the most significant highlight of this initial phase was RCB finally breaking that 17-year jinx and achieving a victory against CSK in Chepauk.
That was a moment for the ages.
A truly historic and emotionally charged moment for their vast fan base.
Definitely a moment that will be replayed and talked about for a long time. And you touched on some instances of individual brilliance earlier as well. Those flashes of genius that make this game so special.
You know, moments like Nitish Rana's aggressive 81, Hasaranga's crucial 4 wickets, Starc's sensational 5-wicket haul, Ishan Kishan's century in an earlier match, and even Riyan Parag's stunning catch against CSK. These are the kinds of moments of individual brilliance that not only impact the outcomes of games, but also create lasting memories and talking points for the fans.
Absolutely. It's those flashes of brilliance that really make the IPL so captivating and keep us coming back for more. Now, let's delve into something that's always a hot topic of discussion, the intense team rivalries within the IPL. It's what makes this league so exciting.
The passion, the history, the drama.
Which ones have been particularly prominent or have seen new chapters written in these early stages?
Well, the Southern Derby. Between Chennai Super Kings and Royal Challengers Bengaluru continues to be a massive draw, as you can imagine. The rich history between these two franchises, the incredibly passionate fan bases on both sides, and of course the presence of iconic players like Dhoni and Kohli. Every encounter between them is a major event.
When these two teams meet, the world stops to watch.
And with RCB's recent breakthrough win in Chepauk, after such a long wait, that rivalry has definitely been injected with a fresh wave of intensity and narrative. It's added fuel to the fire.
No doubt about it. Those are two fan bases that are incredibly invested in these matches, and that Chepauk victory will be a huge talking point for a long time. And of course, we can't forget the El Clasico of the IPL, the clash of the Titans.
Exactly. CSK versus Mumbai Indians remains the gold standard for IPL rivalries. As the two most successful franchises in the league's history, the stakes are always incredibly high whenever they clash. It's a battle for bragging rights, for supremacy. And while RCB and KKR might not have the same level of historical success, their encounters have their own unique history, dating all the way back to the very first IPL match ever played. And their head-to-head record is remarkably close, making every game a keenly contested affair. You never know who's going to come out on top.
Have we seen any new rivalries potentially brewing this season? Any sparks flying between other teams? You know, those under-the-radar clashes that get people talking.
It seems like a bit of an edge might be developing between Gujarat Titans and Mumbai Indians.
Oh, interesting. Tell me more.
There was that noticeable exchange, and a bit of tension, between Hardik Pandya and Sai Kishore in a recent match, which hints at a potential new layer of competitiveness developing between these two relatively successful franchises. You know, these rivalries, both the established ones and the emerging ones, they really add so much to the overall IPL narrative and keep the fans deeply invested in the outcomes. It's what makes this league so special.
Absolutely. That emotional connection that fans have with their teams and these rivalries is a huge part of what makes the IPL so unique and popular. It's more than just a game. It's a story, a drama, a passion. Now, shifting our focus slightly, let's talk tactics. Have we witnessed any particularly innovative strategies or notable examples of tactical flexibility employed by the teams in these early matches? You know, those outside-the-box moves that catch everyone by surprise?
Yes, we have. Chennai Super Kings, renowned for their strategic acumen, appear to be heavily relying on their spin bowling strength, particularly when playing at their home ground in Chepauk. The combined threat of Noor, Ahmad, R. Ashwin, and Ravindra Jadeja creates a truly formidable spin attack that opposing batsmen have found challenging to navigate. They're a nightmare to face. And you can be sure that RCB, having just secured that historic win, will be carefully strategizing how their key batsmen, especially Virat Kohli and Phil Salt, will counter the spin threat in future encounters, especially given their positive approach against KKR spinners.
What about other teams? Have any tactical shifts or innovative approaches caught your eye in these early games? Any teams really shaking things up?
Well, Punjab Kings made a significant investment in Shreyas Iyer during the auction, which clearly signals their strategic intent to build their batting order around him for greater stability and consistency. They're putting a lot of faith in him. And interestingly, there's even been some discussion and speculation around astrological predictions potentially influencing team strategies and player selections.
Astrology, huh? Now that's a new one.
Which adds a fascinating, albeit unconventional, layer to the tactical decision-making. You know, in India, you can't underestimate the influence of astrology. And then you have Sunrisers Hyderabad. Despite experiencing some early losses, they've demonstrated a clear and unwavering commitment to an aggressive, high-scoring batting approach in almost every game. They're going all out every time.
It's always fascinating to see how teams adapt their strategies and try new things based on their strengths and the conditions. They have to be adaptable to stay ahead of the game.
Yeah.
And speaking of unexpected twists and turns, have we seen any results in these early matches that have really shaken up the conventional wisdom or surprised most observers? Those shockers that nobody saw coming.
Oh, absolutely. RCB's victory at Chepauk after a 17-year drought was a major surprise for many. It defied historical trends. It really did. And CSK managing to maintain a relatively high position in the points table, despite suffering a couple of recent losses, just goes to show how unpredictable the league can be. MI finding themselves at the very bottom of the table without a single win is undoubtedly an unexpected and concerning development for their large fan base. I mean, nobody saw that coming. Even Rajasthan Royals, who possess a formidable batting lineup on paper, have experienced some inconsistent results, highlighting that talent alone isn't always enough. You need more than just big names.
And we even saw Riyan Parag, despite leading Rajasthan Royals to their first victory of the season, being fined for a slow over rate. That's an unexpected challenge for a young captain, especially early in their tenure.
It underscores the importance of not just winning, but also adhering to the league's regulations. You can't get complacent.
Absolutely. And looking at historical patterns, KKR's struggles when playing against MI at the Wankhede Stadium are well documented. So their upcoming clash on March 31st will be a significant test of whether they can overcome that historical hurdle. It's going to be a battle of wills. These unexpected results and occurrences truly highlight the beauty and unpredictability of T20 cricket. Anything can happen on any given day.
That's why we love it.
It certainly keeps us all on our toes and makes every match feel significant. Now, let's talk about the atmosphere surrounding the games. What's the vibe been like in the stadiums, and how has fan engagement been both on and off the field? The energy, the passion, the excitement. What's it like being there?
While we might not have the precise attendance figures for every single match just yet, we know that the season kicked off at the iconic Eden Gardens with a fantastic atmosphere. And all the major venues across India, including the Wankhede, Chinnaswamy, Chepauk, Hyderabad, and Ahmedabad, they're buzzing with anticipation and ready to host packed crowds. The IPL is renowned for its incredibly passionate and vocal fan bases, particularly those supporting teams like CSK and RCB, and the electric energy they bring to the stadiums is truly infectious.
I get chills just thinking about it.
Often creating a significant home advantage for their respective teams. It's a real sixth man.
That roar of the crowd is definitely an integral part of the entire IPL experience. It's what makes it so special. But beyond the physical stadiums, the viewership numbers for IPL 2025 in these early stages have been absolutely record-shattering, haven't they? I mean, the numbers are staggering.
They are. IPL 2025 has not only met expectations, but it has surpassed all previous records for its opening weekend viewership. We're talking about a staggering cumulative watch time of 4,956 crore minutes across both television and digital platforms. That's an unprecedented level of engagement.
That's a mind-boggling figure. It's hard to even comprehend. Where is this phenomenal growth in viewership primarily coming from? Where are all these eyeballs coming from?
The digital viewership on Jio Hotstar witnessed an incredible surge, with a 40% jump compared to the same period last season. And perhaps even more remarkably, connected TV viewing on the platform saw a massive 54% increase. This clearly indicates a significant shift in how audiences are choosing to consume the IPL. They're cutting the cord and going digital. But it's not just digital platforms that are thriving. Traditional television viewership on Star Sports also reached an all-time high for an opening weekend, reaching over 25.3 crore viewers. And at one point during those initial 3 matches, there was a peak concurrency of 3.4 crore viewers simultaneously watching on digital platforms. I mean, that's just incredible.
Those numbers are simply astounding. It truly underscores the unparalleled popularity and the immense cultural and economic value of the Indian Premier League. It's more than just a sport, it's a phenomenon. Now, shifting gears slightly, the IPL is often a platform that showcases some really compelling and inspiring human interest stories beyond the cricket itself. Have any particularly stood out in this early phase of the season? Those stories that touch the heart and remind us what this game is all about.
Absolutely. Riyan Parag making history by becoming the first male player from the state of Assam to captain an IPL team is a fantastic and inspiring story of local talent rising to a leadership role on such a prestigious stage. It's a story of hope and possibility.
It's a testament to the power of this league to inspire and change lives.
Akshar Patel, the captain of Delhi Capitals, is also nearing some significant personal milestones for his franchise, adding another layer of individual narrative. And there's even the potential for a truly historic moment with the rumored possible debut of 13-year-old Vaibhav Suryavanshi for Rajasthan Royals, which, if it happens, would make him the youngest player ever to feature in the IPL.
Wow, 13 years old. That's unbelievable. I can barely remember what I was doing at 13. Any other heartwarming or notable human stories emerging from the early part of the season? Anything that really caught your attention?
We saw the remarkable dedication of Rahul Dravid, who was pictured inspecting a pitch while in a wheelchair,
What a trooper.
demonstrating his unwavering commitment despite a recent injury. And the heartwarming interaction captured between MS Dhoni and Royal Dravid after a match, with Dhoni encouraging younger players to greet and show their respect to Dravid. It really highlighted the strong sense of camaraderie and mentorship within the cricketing fraternity.
Those are the kinds of stories that truly connect us with the players and the human side of the game, reminding us of the passion and dedication involved. It's more than just wins and losses. It's about the people. And on the field itself, we've also witnessed some significant career milestones being achieved by various players, haven't we?
We have indeed. The legendary MS Dhoni. He added another feather to his cap by becoming Chennai Super Kings' all-time leading run scorer and also crossing the impressive milestone of 7,500 runs in T20 cricket. Ravindra Jadeja, another CSK stalwart, reached 3,000 runs in the IPL. Rajat Patidar scored his maiden IPL half-century as captain and also reached 2,500 runs in his T20 career. Sunrisers Hyderabad's Travis Head and Mumbai Indians' Ishan Kishan both celebrated reaching new career milestones of 4,000 and 5,000 T20 runs respectively. Rajasthan Royals' Riyan Parag crossed the 4,500 run mark in the IPL. Ruturaj Gaikwad achieved multiple milestones for CSK, and Ravichandran Ashwin played his 100th match for the Chennai Super Kings.
That's a remarkable number of achievements in such a short span of time. It's amazing to see these players reaching such heights. Are there any other significant milestones that players are approaching in the near future? Any records about to be broken?
Yes. Mumbai Indians' Rohit Sharma is on the verge of reaching 50 IPL wins at the Wankhede Stadium and also nearing 100 IPL sixes at that venue, as well as 1,600 T20 boundaries. His teammate, Suryakumar Yadav, is approaching 150 T20 catches and the 8,000 run mark in T20 cricket. Ajinkya Rahane has the potential to become the first player in IPL history to captain 3 different IPL franchises. And Rajasthan Royals' Wanindu Hasaranga recently joined a very select group of spinners who have taken a 4-wicket haul against Chennai Super Kings.
It's truly amazing to witness the history being made and the records being broken with each and every IPL season. The legacy of this league just keeps growing. So looking at the current momentum and the way the teams are shaping up, who are looking like the teams with an early advantage as we look ahead towards the crucial playoff stages, who's got that momentum, that swagger?
As we discussed earlier, Royal Challengers Bengaluru and Delhi Capitals have definitely established themselves as the early frontrunners, occupying the top 2 spots on the table with strong and consistent performances. On the other hand, Mumbai Indians' disappointing start has them languishing at the bottom, and it will be crucial to see if they can stage a significant turnaround in the upcoming matches. And the mid-table is incredibly congested, indicating that the race for the remaining playoff spots is going to be fiercely competitive and likely to go down to the wire.
It's going to be a fight to the finish. And what are the expert opinions and predictions looking like at this early stage? Who are the pundits tipping as potential playoff contenders? Who are the favorites, the dark horses?
Expert opinions, as always, do vary at this early juncture. Grok AI, for instance, has predicted Mumbai Indians, Chennai Super Kings, Kolkata Knight Riders, and Gujarat Titans to make it to the playoffs, while also acknowledging the significant impact that player form and potential injuries can have on the eventual outcomes.
Injuries can change everything.
The current betting odds are actually favoring Sunrisers Hyderabad as potential champions, followed closely by Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings.
Interesting. So even though they're struggling now, MI are still seen as a threat.
Interestingly, a compilation of predictions from various cricket experts often features Sunrisers Hyderabad and Mumbai Indians within their predicted top 4. And cricket commentator Matt Kabir Floyd has even gone as far as tipping Sunrisers Hyderabad to win the entire tournament, and Phil Salt to be the batsman who hits the most sixes this season.
Bold predictions, so a real mix of predictions. But some of the traditional powerhouses are still being tipped for the top, while a few surprises are also being touted. It certainly makes for a more unpredictable and exciting season. It sounds like this initial phase of IPL 2025 has truly set the stage for a thrilling and unpredictable season ahead.
Absolutely. We've witnessed thrilling cricketing action, unexpected results that have defied predictions, moments of individual brilliance that have captivated audiences, and the further intensification of already fierce rivalries. The early dominance of Royal Challengers Bengaluru and Delhi Capitals, the surprising struggles of Mumbai Indians, and that incredibly tight mid-table all suggest a captivating and hard-fought battle for those coveted playoff berths. The races for the orange and purple caps are already heating up, and with record-breaking viewership numbers across all platforms, the excitement and anticipation for the remainder of the season are palpable. It's going to be one heck of a ride.
Well, you've certainly provided us with a comprehensive and insightful understanding of this electrifying start to IPL 2025. From the early table toppers and standout player performances to the intense team rivalries and the unprecedented levels of fan engagement, it's abundantly clear that this season is already delivering on its promise of high-octane entertainment. It's been a whirlwind so far.
It really has.
So here's a final thought for you, our listener. With such a dynamic and unpredictable beginning to the season, and with expert predictions varying so widely, what early trends do you think will ultimately hold true as IPL 2025 unfolds? Which unexpected team might just surprise everyone and emerge as a serious contender? The drama, as they say, has only just begun. And we're in for a fascinating ride. Buckle up, folks, because it's only going to get wilder from here.
Absolutely. This is just the beginning.
We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.
Until then, stay tuned.